Welcome to Flashback, the show that takes you back to the NBA's most legendary actions. Basketball is the most individual of team sports. In a team, there's always one player who takes responsibility. A franchise player who is given the ball at crucial moments. A captain, a leader. The leader is the one in command, who leads the members of his group to success. The man who shows the way. The leader is the guide, the chief, the champion. The leader is LeBron James. Today, we tell you about the King's boss-sized journey to lead his Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA Final. One of the most phenomenal individual campaigns in playoff history. So sit back in our famous time machine and head for the 2018 playoffs. Are you ready? Let's go. LeBron James has seen it all in the NBA Finals with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Over the years, the King has made the Eastern Conference his kingdom. No royal courtship in 2018. LeBron is left without Kyrie Irving, resulting in a weaker team. J.R. Smith's performance is inconsistent. Tristan Thompson lacks dominance. George Hill is average, and there are several veteran players who come and go. Only Kevin Love scores over 10 points. With LeBron, he's the only all-star on the roster. Nothing to get excited about. The Cavaliers aren't playing a great game, and the atmosphere in the dressing room is tense. But Tyronn Lue's men are doing their job. They finished the season in 4th place in the East, with a record of 50 wins and 32 losses. LeBron qualifies for the postseason for the 13th time in a row. An astonishing run.
Postseason 18, man. Get this thing cracking. Yes, sir!
Now it's time for the playoffs. The King's favorite stomping ground. In the first round, his first victim is Indiana. The Pacers are used to jousting with the Cavs. Already last year, the Indianapolis franchise had suffered the law of the Cavaliers. A full-blown 4-0 sweep. Paul George and his gang have been martyred in the last 4 confrontations with the Akron native. But this time it's different. Paul George left for the West, exchanged for Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis. The 2 former OKC players breathed new life into the franchise. As a result, Oladipo was voted PIM, and Indiana finished in 5th place, with a better record than the previous season. In the first round, Nick McMillan's boys even won Game 1 against the Cavs. But the King had no intention of letting himself be outplayed. He took control of the second game with an XXL performance.
5 on the shot clock. LeBron on a step back. Yes!
46 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. What was supposed to be a warm-up game quickly turned into a breathless series. The Pacers more than held their own.
Smith stops, puts it up. Off the mark, and the Pacers hold it.
They won Game 3, fell in the 4th.
Has to force it. Final seconds, and that does it.
Then came within a whisker of winning the all-important Game 5. But LeBron James is on a mission. 7 seconds from the buzzer, Oladipo attempts a drive.
To the rim. Oh, it's blocked by James.
Blocked by James, his specialty. The coach takes a timeout. No debate, the chosen one takes the decisive shot. An ultra-clutch block and a buzzer beater. The royal sentence falls on the poor Pacers.
That's a winner in Cleveland.
Despite this, Indiana rallied in Game 6. Oladipo and Sabonis are impressing and intend to sell their skins dearly.
And down 20, but you can't say that anymore. Oladipo from downtown. Green drives, pass, finds its way to Joseph, his jumper. Sabonis on
The decision will be made in the dreaded Game 7. The king is a regular in Game 7, and a king during his reign doesn't lose in the first round to a bunch of young peons. So LeBron, as boss, crushes Indiana at the end of a controlled game.
James drives, gets inside, and finishes once again. James picks him up. Oladipo puts up a three. Shot won't go. Rebound, James. And a foul. He defends Oladipo beyond the arc.
The first obstacle in his conquest was swept away.
This was a tough series. And like I said, Indiana was, they played as well as anybody's played us all year. And we just got a really good team. It's a great series, and we had some ups, we had some downs. But I don't know, we move on to the next series. It's a good test for us, especially for this ball club.
In the conference semifinals, LeBron James finds his favorite victim, the Toronto Raptors. For 3 seasons, Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan and company have been striving to become the kings of the North, but suffer humiliation after humiliation at the hands of the king of the East. A lost conference final and scathing sweeps in 2016 and 2007. With the title of Coach of the Year under his belt, Dwayne Casey is determined to reverse the trend. But once again, the king is not cutting any corners. In Game 1, the Raptors, starving to death, are very combative.
James lurking, backdoor, and Anunoby slams it down.
Serene, LeBron snatches overtime with 30 seconds remaining.
The fadeaway for the tie, yes! LeBron!
In overtime, the Cavs take control and win by a single point.
All right, hey, let's get greedy now. Let's get 2. Come on, come on.
Match 2 in the Air Canada Centre is a butcher's shop. A merciless blowout. Ohio's number 23 is unstoppable. The first player in history to score 43 points and 14 assists. He displayed his full offensive range, and poor O.J. Anunoby had a nightmare evening.
We're speechless, Hubie Brown.
The king has found his jester.
Very successful trip for us, but that doesn't mean that we need to let our guards down. We need to have our guards even higher, even tighter, going back home, where it's a sort of a comfort zone. So let's get it, man, and land on our way back home.
The third game at Quicken Loans Arena is decisive. The Raptors must come away with a win if they hope to get back into the series. Kylo Ren's team hangs on throughout the game. Toronto think they're in overtime. But guess who strikes again? The king, of course.
There's plenty of time, but that was going to be James. Here it is. See, it's under 3 seconds to go. Throws up the floater.
The dinosaurs are extinguished by LeBron James. Stunned, the Canadian franchise no longer has the courage to fight. Game 4 turns into a humiliation. Defeat by a 35-point margin. Cleveland sends the Raptors home, in the city definitively annexed by the king, LeBronto.
We're going to enjoy the rest of the bit for these next 5 days. We'll be ready for Game 1 no matter if it's in Philly or in Boston.
Be off Tuesday, Wednesday. All right. Come back Thursday at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, let me get in early.
Thursday at 1 o'clock.
In the conference finals, it's another well-known franchise that stands in LeBron's way, the Boston Celtics. The chosen one has a special relationship with the Massachusetts franchise. In 2008, Paul Pierce broke LeBron's momentum in an anthological Game 7.
Pierce, he's feeling it.
It was the same story 2 years later, again in the conference semifinals. The Big Three sent an unrecognizable LeBron on an early vacation. Perhaps the Cavs prodigy's mind was already elsewhere.
LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Miami Heat.
I feel horrible, disappointed. I can't believe that he would do that to Cleveland. I hope he never wins any championships wherever he's at, because he's a loser, he's not a winner.
With the 2001 hit, the trend was reversed. The King finally beat the Celtics, who had given him so much grief, with an XXL performance in Game 5. Things are easier when you're well surrounded.
It's a great team. Like I said, I got the utmost respect for that team. They're the reason why all three of us came together. It's because of what they did, that blueprint they had in 08 when they all came together. So that's a great team win, and get ready for our next opponent.
From then on, LeBron never gave up on the Celtics. In 2012, then in 2005 for his return to Cleveland, and again in 2010-7. This year, Boston has strengthened with Gordon Hayward, and above all, Kyrie Irving. Uncle Drew is eager to get out of LeBron's shadow. Unfortunately, the two injured stars missed the entire playoffs. It's a young, carefree team that surprises the Cavaliers in Game 1.
25-point blowout.
The surprise guests of these conf finals are confirmed in Game 2. Despite a strong performance from LeBron, with another 40-plus points, Boston leads the series 2-0. Can the young Rebels topple the King? Cleveland needs to turn things around at home. Losing another game, and one in Ohio, would be tantamount to elimination. Naturally, it's LeBron James again who takes charge.
We are missing switches and doing things defensively we did not do in the first two games. And LeBron...
Green comes up short. James on the tip-in.
Two well-controlled boss games to get back on level terms.
Kevin Love the rebound. Throws it down to James. Catches it, traffic, and banks it home. James sets, puts up a three.
Automatic work, man. 1, 2, 3. Automatic. 4, 5, 6. There's nothing about the playoffs that's comfortable until you either win it all or you lose and go into the summer. So it's always a day-to-day grind, trying to figure out ways you can do better.
Reboosted by their return to the TD Garden, Brad Stevens' boys regain the lead. Unthinkable.
5 on the 24. Jaylen Brown, difficult shot for Rozier. Harry Rozier, alley-oop, and Harper throws it down. And the Celtics are 1 win away from a trip to the NBA Finals.
The King hadn't had a win or go home in the Eastern Conference since 2012, and that was against Boston. LeBron and the Celtics are definitely not a love story. No matter, it takes more to rattle the Akron native. He's on a mission.
James goes right at Tatum, Euro step, banks it home. Here's the double team, back out James, open three, it's good. Steps, tries it again, puts it in! As the shot clock expires, LeBron James with 44!
46 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, and a ticket to a crucial Game 7 at TD Garden. In the final game of the finals, Tatum, Brown, and their teammates struggle to pull off the feat.
But already he's had an impact. Tatum flies to the basket from the field. 1 of 10 from 3. Rozier throws it up to Horford. Oh, beautiful.
At halftime, the Celtics are ahead. They've been leading since the start of the game. The Akron native is at the helm to bring his franchise back on level terms.
For Boston, Rozier to the basket. Oh, blocked by James.
The Cavaliers are pushed around, and young Jason Tatum begins to gain confidence. Number 0 even commits a crime of lèse majesté.
6:45 remaining. Tatum drives down and throws it down. Wow! 5 remaining. Tatum drives down and throws it down. Wow!
With a jostle to boot, please. But at TD Garden, the boss is still LeBron James.
James in the open floor. James grabbed from behind. Count it! Goaltend and 1. And it's up to 9 with 1:04 remaining.
He coolly finishes off the Celtics and calms all those insolent youngsters. The conquest of his conference is finally over.
It's over. Cleveland wins Game 7. LeBron James and the Cavs do it again.
Sovereign of his Eastern Empire, he paves the way to his 8th consecutive finals. Against an opponent he knows all too well. His best enemies, the Golden State Warriors of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Kevin Durant. This is the 4th time that Cleveland and Golden State have met in the finals, a classic. After the disillusionment of 2005, the monumental feat of 2016, and the thrashing of 2007, the King wants to get back on level terms, to bring down the three-headed Hydra. But even for a king, the task is Herculean. To overcome the last of the works, he'll have to play like a god. LeBron James is at his prime. He's playing the best basketball of his career. His run in the East is a feat in itself. Reaching the NBA Finals with such a weak supporting cast is perhaps the greatest achievement of any franchise player. A true leader, LeBron defends his little protege's body and soul. But as everyone knows, he's the X factor of the finals. Since high school, the chosen one has been under tremendous pressure. Once again, an entire nation is pushing behind him. He can only count on his exploits, on his talent.
Let's get it. 1, 2, 3.
For Game 1, the King and his entourage travel to Auckland's Oracle Arena. The match is extremely tight. The two teams go blow for blow. LeBron carries the Cavs at arm's length. He's in the thick of it. On cloud 9, number 23 is on fire, staring Steph Curry and KD in the eye.
He said she was all city. James again from downtown.
With just seconds remaining, he passes the ball to George Hill, who is fouled by Klay Thompson. The ref blows his whistle. 2 free throws follow. Warriors now have 107 points. If he sinks both, they win the game. The first goes in, but the second hits the hoop and falls back into J.R. Smith's hands. And there it is. The improbable happens.
Rebound goes to the Cavs. J.R. Smith brings it back out. Throws it to Hill. Hill shot blocked.
LeBron James is furious. Smith has just sabotaged the game.
On the clock, overtime here in Game 1.
All right, bet. We get the ball. Shit, they're gonna, we call timeout, whatever. They're gonna try to foul anyway. So we do what we normally do. So, all right, bet. So get the ball. Nobody called timeout. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm about to, dribble it back out then. Game about to be over. I look at Bron like pointing like this. Oh, this bitch like, what the fuck is he pointing at? Hey, shit. I look over. Oh, man. And then after that, it was just like, I know this shit that just happened.
If even LeBron's teammates are playing against him. Confused after J.R. Smith's unforgivable blunder, the Cavs cracked completely in overtime and let this all-important Game 1 slip away.
Throws it out, Thompson catches, fires, connects! Klay Thompson!
The King did everything he could. He finished the game in 51-8-8. Monstrous. But alone, he'll never be able to overcome the Warriors' fearsome collective. This encounter is already the turning point of the series. The King goes down on one knee, and no one will help him up. The rest of the series was a nightmare. The Warriors dominated the next 3 games and swept the helpless Cavs. Golden State wins its 3rd ring in 4 meetings with Cleveland. LeBron loses to a team too strong, even for him. During the playoffs, he reached a level of play almost unheard of in the history of the big league. His statistics are breathtaking. 34 points, 9.1 rebounds, and 9 assists on average. Colossal. But beyond that, the King was decisive. Yes, the Ohio Monster is clutch. 83% of his shots have come in the last minute of a game.
James with 10 to shoot. The fadeaway for the tie. Yes! LeBron James!
8 to shoot. James drives. Shot blocked. Count it. And 1.
Not to mention his 2 buzzer beaters.
1 second for the win. LeBron James delivers.
Under 3 seconds to go. Throws up the floater. Good night, Cleveland.
Alone against all comers, LeBron never wavered. He pushed himself to the limit in an attempt to bend fate to his will. It was the Akron native's last stand. The song of the chosen one. The end of his adventure in Cleveland. In the offseason, he exported his talents to Venice Beach and bid farewell to his beloved franchise, the one for which he fought body and soul. With the Cavaliers, he experienced it all. Disappointment, sadness, the joy, the glory. He leaves in Ohio City orphaned of its sovereign. But here in Cleveland, he will always be the golden boy, the chosen one, the leader, the GOAT, the king.
Triggers in. James, 2 seconds, 1 second for the win. LeBron James delivers.
Under 3 seconds to go. Throws up the floater.
Throws it down. Wow. Right from behind. Count it. Goaltend and 1.
There it is.